Stephen Curry or James Harden, who's more impactful offensively in their prime, obviously?
Impact on the team or impact on the game? I mean, Curry. I don't think it's close.
It's Steph.
Are they not in their prime anymore?
It's Steph. It's always going to be Steph.
People think because James Harden was hurt, he's past his prime.
I think he'll be back. I think he was a little out of shape.
He's peaked?
Hurt and stuff.
Yeah, he's peaked. He's not going to get better.
I thought you said, I don't think he's peaked. I was going to say, that's going to be a scary James Harden in this year.
No. But he's still in his prime.
The answer is Steph.
Speaking of James Harden, I tweeted the other day about how we have a healthy Luka Doncic, Zion Williamson, James Harden, all looking like they're going to be in great shape to start the season. So it's going to be AD's coming back healthy. Like,
oh my God,
we are hopefully in store for a really good season.
Are we talking about who's going to the finals?
Hold on. Did everyone say Steph in that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask why? I just I just want to know. I just want to why was it
I said Steph because if we're going strictly based on who was more impactful, Steph Curry with and without KD has led damn near some of the best playoff offenses of all time while he's on the court. Like, you look at it, you got Nash's Suns, the Dallas Mavericks in the early 2000s, and then Steph Curry's Warriors while he's on the court, with or without a Klay Thompson, with or without a Kevin Durant. That team is pushing the best offenses of all time, and it's simply because of Steph Curry. Because without Steph on the floor and with Klay, KD, Draymond, the offense is good, but it's not all-time great. With Steph Curry, with whatever mixture of those guys you want, we're pushing the best offense of all time in the playoffs. In the regular season, it's the same thing.
I don't think Klay, KD, and them they could have did that. I mean, I'm not gonna say they was as good, but I mean, you got Klay Thompson and KD, you still gonna get there.
So
good offense, but we didn't have an all-time great with all-time great top 1, top 2 all time with Steph on the floor.
How the year James averaged 36 and what was it? I know that's individual, and that's the
2019.
How was I don't know how was the team offense like?
The best team offense they had was 2018, obviously when James won MVP and they won 65 games. They had one of the best regular season offenses in the of all time based on offensive rating, but in the playoffs, the defense was really what was pushing them through the rounds. The offense kind of fell off a bit in the playoffs, and that's my issue with James Harden. His offensive production and impact tends to taper off in the playoffs, whereas Steph Curry maintains impact.
So was that year James' impact on offense better, or it was still Steph?
I'd say it was still Steph based on the playoffs solely, but in the regular season, you could say James Harden's offensive impact was higher than Steph, and I wouldn't argue.
Okay, because I don't know how the team concept. You know how you said impact, you compare it, bring the win, and I don't know how the team concept of the Warriors with, of course, their Klay and all that compared to James Harden 18 with whoever he had. Of course, it's him. He's the offense basically. Like
Chris Paul was there, but yeah,
you could say Steph's the offense, but I think he's the system. But the offense, they run it. It's not the same clip, but it's elevated with what Klay does, what Draymond does. I think you take off James that year, I don't see it's like totally night and day instead of the Warriors where they could finagle a little better because of the system. So
I don't know, Del.
Chris Paul leads in a Mike D'Antoni offense, it falls off completely.
Yes, because he's not as good of a 3-point shooter as James
he's
Harden.
Not as obviously he's not James Harden. It falls off.
Yeah, but that's you know what I'm saying. That's not completely, but that's his is shooting threes.
But Del, you take Steph Curry off the Warriors. That's
I don't.
You think it's worse taking Steph off than
our offense actually
than James
partially falls apart without Steph Curry.
Well, James missed some games in 2018, and the offense was still able to function. Maybe not as great, but they were still able to.
Of course, just like Steph missed game, and the offense still functions. It's like I'm talking about the totality.
The only thing I don't like about it, Mars, is when you say he led the offense to like an all-time great offense. I don't really like that because there's more factors than just Stephen Curry being there on why that offense was all-time great. Draymond Green and his passing ability, Klay Thompson, his shooting ability. So I agree with you where I think Stephen Curry is clearly more impactful, but it has nothing to do with the way that the offense is at an all-time great. Because I think like we said before, that's more credited to how great the team is.
Yeah,
I
we
think,
spoke about this yesterday though, with the
yeah,
making good teams great versus making
for sure.
okay teams good. So
I think
yeah,
Stephen Curry is so impactful because, like we said, the way that defenses has to play him compared to like a James Harden, defenses, it's insane, bro. Like the way that they have to game plan for him, the way they have to prepare for him to pick him up for 30 feet, 30 and 40 feet. That's so much of a hassle than a James Harden to me. Because even though James Harden does work more with the ball in his hands, that off ball movement that Stephen Curry does, it's something that's like irreplaceable. So that's why I would say that Stephen Curry is more impactful, not that the offense is at an all time great offense. Because that's more like the team is just amazing. The team is just great.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.